Hello friends, day 10, good. In terms of sleeping, focusing on sleep, I did a decent job. I'm going to continue to focus on getting more sleep. It's just everyday work, everyday progress. I was not going to develop an excellent sleeping habit within 10 days, but I do have, in the next following 10 days, I do have something different I want to try. Probably a little bit more fun to observe, but today I came across this pretty cool scientific literature regarding muscle building, more like muscle damage, to be honest. So there's this study. Overall, the conclusion leads to muscle damage does not equal increased muscle hypertrophy. In this study, it was published in the Journal of Physiology in 2016. It was concluded that myofibrillar protein synthesis was the greatest during the initial exercise training session compared to the later training sessions. Myofibrillar protein synthesis meaning muscle protein synthesis, MPS. So not protein synthesis of the general body, but specifically that of the muscle. So the way that they conducted this research was they took muscle biopsies 24 hours before workout, exactly before the workout, 24 hours after the workout, and 48 hours after the workout in 3 different time instances. At T1 being the initial time period 0, T2 being 3 weeks after, and T3 being 10 weeks after. And a muscle biopsy, by the way, means that they're going into your body and taking a chunk out of your muscle and then throwing that into some sort of analytical scientific analysis. They have detailed it in the study, and they were each withdrawal was about 100 milligrams of muscle. So it makes sense why they would choose to do it out of the leg and why they would focus on leg exercises in this study. They were doing leg presses and leg extensions, 3 sets, 9 to 12 reps, pretty much maximum intensity or a lot of intensity encouraged. So it makes sense, you know. Imagine they were taking 100 milligrams several times out of your chest. You end up with like a dimpled up chest, or out of your precious bicep. You probably end up like a few inches shorter on the bicep after this study. So it makes sense why they would focus on leg exercises. That's just me speculating. I haven't really looked as to why a lot of these studies regarding muscle protein synthesis are focused on the legs. Anyway, what they found out was that muscle damage was the greatest after the first session, but in no way was it correlated to muscle hypertrophy. Also, they discovered that muscle protein synthesis, myofibrillar protein synthesis, was the greatest in the first training session, but also that was in no way correlated to muscle hypertrophy. So they noticed that at T2 and T3, MPS signal was less and less. Muscle damage was also less and less at T2 and T3. So the discovery, which is pretty cool, was that as muscle damage subsided, as it decreased, any muscle protein synthesis signal post-workout was in direct support in muscle fiber hypertrophy. Here's a screenshot. So, just put it simply, as the individual trains more, and the body focuses on repairing muscle, and down the line you keep adding more training sessions, the body has less muscle to repair, but more muscle to build. Trying to generate the greatest muscle damage each session, you have to follow with adequate rest. Otherwise, you'll be stuck in this recovery trap, and your body just trying to recover. In this study, they were training 3 times a week. You can probably add in 1 more day. This kind of supports the idea of frequency. The more often you go to train, the more you can really spur hypertrophy, the more you can make your body adapt faster, reduce muscle damage recovery, and increase muscle hypertrophy. It's adapting and then optimizing being hypertrophy. So I hope you like that. I really encourage you to go read the study because it's filled with awesome details. Pretty cool analytical approach in how to determine muscle protein synthesis. There are a lot of details in this study. And yeah, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, give it a like. And now I'm gonna eat some beef fat. Let's go.